Going to show you a bit of footage here you might have seen, might not have. Take a look at this. This is an Amazon Prime air delivery drone operating in Richardson, Texas. Flies up to a building, hits the building, falls down on the ground below, catches fire. Now, if you'd been standing outside that building, that drone hit you on the head, you'd probably be dead. It weighs 80 pounds. It's a huge thing. It's not like Google's delivery service, which uses lightweight foam craft and relatively low kinetic energy. This thing is a brick. And when it falls from 30 or 40 feet, it will kill you if it hits you. That's if the fire later doesn't engulf your body and turn you into a cinder. These are not low-risk craft. Now somehow, Amazon Prime has convinced the FAA to let them fly these things, multiple of them, beyond visual line of sight, in built-up areas, over people, property, and into property. How do they do this? I mean, I think money buys a lot of favour. Obviously, money buys a lot of favour because we know that the FAA are dead set on stopping people flying their 250-gram drones in the wrong place. You can't fly within, what is it, bloody 400,000 miles of a Super Bowl match. Oh, too dangerous. Yet we can fly an 80-pound delivery drone into a building and crash it onto the steps down below. That's all right. Doesn't matter. And this is worrying me. Now, this poses an existential threat to our hobby. Honestly, it does. And I'll tell you why. Because Amazon is having a lot of these crashes. This one was just the other day, the one in Richardson, Texas. But back in November in Waco, an Amazon Prime air drone clipped an overhead internet cable and performed what they said as a controlled landing. I don't know. I think it fell to the ground, but they're playing it down a bit. In October 2025, in Tolleson, Arizona, 2 of Amazon Prime drones hit the same crane and crashed to the ground. One of them caught fire. Hit a crane. I mean, a crane is not exactly a small thing. It's not an overhead cable, you might understand, or we didn't see that. But a crane? And you hit it twice on the same day? And lost 2 drones in the process? What if someone was standing down below that crane and the 80-pound drones fell on them? This is really serious stuff, honestly. I'm really concerned about this. And then back in 2024 in Pendleton, Oregon, 2 of Amazon Prime air drones collided in midair and fell to the ground. Crashed. So Amazon's causing a lot of trouble. Their drones do not seem to have, because when the FAA first mooted beyond visual line of sight, they said, if you're going to fly beyond visual line of sight, you must have detect and avoid technology. That means you won't bang into things. Amazon must have told the FAA, yeah, we got that. But do they? Clearly not. Or at least if they have it, it's not working well enough. It's not an effective detect and avoid because they keep crashing into things, falling to the ground, catching fire. And why is this a problem for the hobby? Surely we should be all cheering that, yay, delivery drones are crashing, yay. Well, it's an existential threat, and I'll tell you why. Sooner or later, maybe sooner than later, the way things are going, an Amazon delivery drone will hit something, fall to the ground and kill somebody, or severely injure them, or the fire that ensues will engulf an immensely valuable amount of property. Maybe even people will get killed in the fire. I don't know. But it is a huge, huge risk, and it is a proven risk. It is repeatedly proven this is happening. Yet the FAA says, yeah, carry on, Amazon. Thanks very much. Where are my tube socks? No. FAA, what are you doing? How can you be penalising our hobby? You know, if you fly your little 250-gram drone within 4,000 miles of a Super Bowl match, you'll get pinged because it's too dangerous. But Amazon can crash into buildings and cranes and overhead cables and set fire to everything and fall on people's heads and kill them perhaps. That's all right. Amazon, Jeff Bezos, our friend. Yeah, I'm concerned about this because you know what's going to happen. When, and I say when, not if, when one of these massive, great 80-pound delivery drones actually does badly injure or kill somebody, what's going to happen? Headlines will read, drone kills innocent bystander, or drone badly injures member of the public, whatever. And all the Karens and all the general public and all the politicians are going to say, ooh, these drones are dangerous. We need tougher drone rules. Yes, yes. So who will pay the price? It won't be Amazon. It'll be us. They'll bring out more draconian, well, let's regulate drones like they're guns, like they do with 3D printers now. In some states, they want to basically regulate them like firearms. Drones, a drone has killed somebody in the USA, so they're all bad things. Not a recreational drone, no, a delivery drone, but it doesn't matter. That's just detail. Regulators, politicians, and the public don't care about detail. It's a drone, isn't it? You fly drones, don't you, little Johnny? You're an evil person. You could kill someone with that 250-gram drone. We're going to have to make it harder for you to fly. More restrictive. You have to pay more money, and you'll have to, sign a register and all sorts of things. It's just going to, So as a hobby, we've got to be prepared for this. The big problem we've had as a hobby is we are not prepared. We just sit around waiting for things to happen. We react, and even then we react weakly. We've got to be proactive here. We've got to be proactive. I think we should be now letting the public, letting the politicians, and letting the FAA know that Amazon drones clearly pose a danger to the public. And if that level of danger is acceptable, stop bitching at us with our toys. We're nothing like that level of danger. You know, a 250-gram drone is nothing like the risk of an 80-pound drone. It doesn't matter how high it's falling from, that 250-gram drone isn't going to hurt anybody, but the 80-pound drone will kill people. And they are falling, and they're starting fires. I haven't seen reports of people being even moderately injured by a 250-gram drone, so we need to make sure that everybody's aware. The real danger are the Amazon drones, not our drones. Distance ourselves, separate ourselves, and make it clear that we are letting the FAA, we're letting the politicians, we're letting the public know these damn things are dangerous. They've proven themselves to be dangerous. And we don't think they should be allowed to fly where they're flying in the way they're flying, because it's violating the FAA's thing that you must have an effective detect and avoid. And they've proven on multiple occasions they don't have an effective detect and avoid. So why are they in the sky? Why are they in the sky? The FAA needs to come up with an answer to that. It's not acceptable. It's not just because they've got more money than the average hobbyist is not an acceptable thing. Money does not mitigate risk. It does not. Anyway, so we have to be really, really on board with this. Now, other things that I've noticed recently, because this is a bit of a drone news thing as well, the state of the hobby. It's looking pretty dim, pretty grim actually. In recent weeks, two of the cornerstone, big players in the hobby, they're not big in terms of volume, but big in terms of impact. They've been sort of iconic brands in the hobby. One of them is Impulse RC, shut down, gone. Impulse RC. Most of us will have flown an Impulse RC frame. Good stuff. They're gone. Just not the demand. It's not economic. And Brain FPV. Again, a lot of people fly Brain FPV. It's not your Betaflight. It's a niche product. Gone. Not the demand. And then to make things even worse, to bring in this connection between the evil drones in Ukraine, and evil military drones, and our hobby, Drew Camden, formerly of Rotor Riot, has now taken up the position of president of Unusual Machines, the military drone maker. They're all owned by Red Cat, and so Drew has jumped ship from Rotor Riot, and he's now working for the arms maker, the munitions maker. So it brings it in the eyes of the public, brings it together. This guy, he was a hobbyist, you know, he wrote it right. Now he is making military drones. So any hobbyist could make military drones. Ooh, this is kind of pretty crappy, really. And I think as a hobby, we have to make our minds up. Do we just go with the flow? Do we just wait for us to be cancelled, the hobby to be cancelled? Because it will happen. It will happen, honestly. Or do we start managing and organising and pushing back, as I've been hoping people would do for a decade now. I've always said pushbacks ever since they revoked Section 336. I said, we've got to push back. And people are going, yeah, you're just a doomsayer. Yeah, what do you know? You're on New Zealand, the other side of the world. Why do you care about anything? Because look where we are. Look where we are now. We're in a position where, cornerstone drone companies are shutting down. There are now bans on the importation of DJI drones. We've got all sorts of levies and, taxes on importing stuff. Some stuff is on the covered list. It's also banned. It's like the hobby is just being pushed, compressed. If the AMA doesn't care, we've still got members. We've still got flying fields. We don't care about the rest of the world. We're freers. That's fine. That's fine. But when they come to take you, AMA, don't ask, where's everybody? Why aren't you helping us? Because we'll have already been gone. I don't know. It's I'm not trying to be down about this. I'm trying to be realistic. You can keep your head in the sand and go, no, it'll be fine. But the history has proven that it isn't going to be fine. It's getting worse by the day. And you go on YouTube, and many, many of the cornerstone channels, which showed lots of RC model and drone footage, regular uploads, not there. Well, the channels are still there, but the uploads aren't. People aren't just uploading stuff. And when they do, nobody's watching it. Nobody cares anymore. People have moved on. AI. TikTok, that sort of thing. So we've really got to take the situation into our own hands and start driving things, start controlling things, start being proactive, not reactive. I'm going to have a good old think about this. I want you to have a good think too, because this isn't just my job, it's also your job. I'm happy to do everything I can, but you guys are going to have to chip in. And first of all, I'd like some ideas. I mean, I've got some ideas, but you guys, there are thousands of you and you must have better ideas than me. So go down to the comments. Tell me what we should do. How are we going to save this hobby? Now, of course, the hobby's never going to disappear, but it'll reach such a low level that it'll become a very exotic niche. And people, like collecting Biafran nose flutes. I'm sure people do that, but it's not mainstream. And it's not in the public eye. So if we don't want to be just a really, really minority who are vilified and hated by all the Karens in the world, we've got to stand up for ourselves. There you go. Hopefully this is inspirational rather than desperational. But tell me what you think. Go to the comments. Let me know. Share the video around if you think other people should see it, and we should all get together. United, we're a powerful force. Alone, we're just a bunch of people who are flying drones and who will at any moment become bad actors and do bad things. Stand up for ourselves. No one will stand up for us. Thank you for watching the video. More to come. See you soon.